The Tale of Lord Brackenwood.
In a land where lush valleys met towering mountains, there was a grand estate owned by Lord Brackenwood, a man known for his immense wealth and unyielding greed. His estate was the envy of all, with sprawling gardens, towering spires, and an abundance of treasures. Despite his riches, Lord Brackenwood was never content. His desire for more wealth was insatiable. One crisp autumn morning, as the leaves turned gold and crimson, Lord Brackenwood stumbled upon an ancient scroll hidden in the depths of his vast library. The scroll spoke of a magical artifact known as the Eternal Pearl, said to grant its possessor boundless wealth and power. Unable to resist, Lord Brackenwood embarked on a perilous journey to find this legendary pearl. His quest led him through treacherous forests, over steep cliffs, and into dark caverns. After many trials, he finally discovered the Eternal Pearl, resting atop a pedestal in a dimly lit chamber. The pearl glowed with an otherworldly light, its beauty beyond description. Eager to claim its power, Lord Brackenwood reached for the pearl, but as his fingers brushed its surface, a deep, resonant voice echoed through the chamber. "Voice, you have found the Eternal Pearl, but beware, for greed is a curse that can consume even the greatest of riches." Ignoring the warning, Lord Brackenwood took the pearl and returned to his estate. At first, everything seemed as he had hoped. His wealth grew exponentially, and his influence spread far and wide. His mansion was filled with rare treasures, and he became the richest man in the land. But as time went on, Lord Brackenwood began to experience the true cost of his greed. The more wealth he accumulated, the more he desired. His once lush gardens withered, and his grand halls became empty as he pushed everyone away, convinced that only more wealth could bring him happiness. Neighbors and friends who had once admired him now avoided him, and his family, unable to bear his obsession, left him alone. Lord Brackenwood found himself isolated, surrounded by mountains of gold and jewels, but bereft of any meaningful companionship or joy. One cold, lonely night, as he gazed at his fortune with a heavy heart, the voice from the Eternal Pearl returned. "Voice, greed has indeed proven to be your curse. You sought boundless wealth, but lost the essence of true happiness." Realizing the truth of the voice's words, Lord Brackenwood's heart was filled with regret. He wished he could undo his actions, to reclaim the warmth and connection he had lost. Desperate, he placed the Eternal Pearl back on its pedestal in the cavern and hoped for redemption. The next morning, Lord Brackenwood awoke to find his estate restored to its former, simpler glory. The gardens were vibrant, and his home was once again filled with the laughter and warmth of loved ones. Though he was no longer the wealthiest man, he had regained something far more valuable, his happiness and his relationships. From then on, Lord Brackenwood lived with a newfound appreciation for the simple pleasures of life. He used his remaining wealth to help those in need and became known not for his riches but for his kindness and generosity. And so, the tale of Lord Brackenwood spread far and wide, a powerful reminder that greed, though tempting, can be a curse that blinds us to the true treasures of life: love, friendship, and contentment. The story of Lord Brackenwood teaches us that while the pursuit of wealth can be alluring, it is essential to remember what truly matters. True happiness lies not in endless riches but in the relationships we cherish and the joy we find in the simple things.